Hello, is Sid Haig there?
This is he.
Hey, Sid, how you doing? This is Dustin Wellness from KMSU Radio.
All right, Dustin, how you doing?
I'm excellent. It's good to talk with you today.
Yeah, how are things in Mankato?
Pretty good.
All right.
First of all, I'm here with my co-host, Ton.
Hey there, how you doing?
How's it going?
Excellent, I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. Well, I know we don't have a lot of time, so we'll start off and ask you about kind of early on in your career. You were in a lot of Jack Hill's blaxploitation films. Can you tell us how you got hooked up with him and started doing those?
Yeah. I was sitting in my apartment, just having graduated from the Pasadena Playhouse, which was a theater college, and I got a call from a former teacher, and she said that her friend, who was the head of the film department at UCLA, called, and they had a director that was trying to cast his student film, and he was having problems, and get over there and read for the part and just get it, okay? So on I went to UCLA, met Jack Hill, read for him, and that has turned into a 50-year association, not only with work, but as a friend. That was that. You know, we worked together all the time.
Awesome. You also were in a lot of those films with Pam Grier. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like working with her?
Yeah. I did her very first film, which was The Big Dollhouse, which Jack directed in the Philippines. And she was raw. She, really didn't know that much about what was going on. And I worked with her, and we had a great association. She was just totally professional from day one. She knew that she needed help and was willing to accept it. And we've been friends forever. When I did Jackie Brown, I had not seen her for 27 years. And when we met, it was like we had just had lunch the day before.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yep.
And you were pretty much in everything, quote unquote, cool in that period. So you even made an appearance like in a James Bond film, Diamonds Are Forever. Is that right?
Yeah, I threw the half-naked Lana Wood out the window of the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you mentioned Jackie Brown, and you had a cameo in that, but besides that movie, you kind of took a 10-year break from acting and then came back in Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. What was it about that film, or what was it that he said to you that convinced you to come back to acting?
He really didn't say anything to me. I got a call from my agent, and he said, go to this building and sign a letter of non-disclosure and take the script home and read it, and if you like it, the part is yours. And so I took it home, and I read it, and I thought I could have so much fun with that. I called him the next day, and I said, let's do this. And I actually didn't meet Rob until we had our wardrobe fittings. So we met in the wardrobe department at Universal for the first time. But I found out later, much later, at his wedding, I was standing there talking to his brother, and he said, this is so weird. And I said, what, the wedding? And he goes, no, standing here talking to you. I said, what do you mean? Because when Rob and I were kids, we used to get up every Saturday morning and watch Jason of Star Command, which I played this evil, Ming the Merciless kind of character. And Rob was into the genre of films that I was doing at the time, and my face just kept popping up. And he said, if I ever get to direct a film, I want that guy in it. And so that's how it started.
So I guess you never know what project might lead to something else down the road then.
Absolutely. This is a real small town, okay?
Well, obviously, your portrayal of Captain Spaulding in those movies was really memorable for a lot of people. Did you imagine that being in that film would kind of start almost like a second career in horror films?
I had no idea. No idea at all. I just went. I just go and I do my work. If something happens because of it, great. But I have, after, this is my 51st year in film.
Wow.
And after that amount of time, I don't count on anything. At the last minute, things can go bust and blow up in your face, or
Yeah, it's almost like I was mentioning, you kind of have two separate careers in a way, or people that remember you for, that early stuff when you were kind of like the henchman a lot of times, or other films like that, and then the horror films.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that? Obviously you're proud of both, but is there one that you're more recognized for, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm more recognized for horror now because of, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects and then the whole string of horror films that came after that. But that's mainly because the people that saw all the other stuff that I did are my age, and I really don't run into them that much. I do a lot of horror film conventions, and so people are, that's where their focus is. So that's where the recognition comes.
Yeah, I got to say, I met you quite a while ago at a Crypticon in Minnesota here, and
oh yeah,
yeah, you were by far
the very first one.
Yeah, I think it was probably 5-6 years ago now.
Yeah,
and you were definitely the nicest guy there that I met. I remember, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's really nice that you say that. But, I have this philosophy. Okay, every day when you get up, you get to pick an attitude, and why pick a bad one?
Sure.
It's
a good philosophy.
Go with it, man. So, but I appreciate that comment. Thank you.
Well, you have a new movie coming out on DVD, right? Can you tell us a bit about that or other projects you have coming up?
Yeah, Nemesis. It promises to be something that is unique in that, Nemesis means life imitating art, and the art that they choose to imitate is horror. So it's pretty creepy, very disturbing kind of film.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. We'll definitely be looking out for that.
Yeah.
Well, we got to say it's been an honor to have you on with us today. Do you have any final thoughts for us?
Be careful, okay? Take care of yourself because probably nobody else will, unless you're lucky enough, like I am, to have a wonderful wife who watches out for me and makes sure that I don't do stupid things. And I'm very grateful for that and her. So, but yeah, just be cool and try not to be too judgmental in what it is that you do and of other people, because everybody's just got to do their own thing, and that's it.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Sid.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good day.
Right, you too.
Bye-bye.